I have a protruded belly button, and for the longest time, it has not been a problem. And when I say protruded, I don't just mean all those big ones. So my belly button is not big, it's not small, but it's just out there. And as a growing up child, it didn't pose any problem because I rocked it confidently. I had a flat tummy when I was, younger, and I just did not have any problem with it. I didn't even know there was anything like umbilical hernia. I understand that everybody's pregnancy journey is different. What you experience during your pregnancy is not what I will experience during my pregnancy, and that's the reason why I was trying to take you guys on my journey. But it's just that I dropped those videos a little bit late, and when I dropped the video for my first trimester, because of the traction that did not come, it didn't get as much attention as I hoped it would get. So I just felt like it was not something people would love to see, so I did not drop the second trimester journey and the third trimester journey. But because of today's topic, I necessarily need to talk about my second trimester. Remembering the whole thing is now funny, but it wasn't funny then. So my first trimester was not so eventful. I didn't have vomiting. If you want to see the story of my first trimester, I think it's somewhere down on the channel. Just go there and check it out and watch, right? But it was not eventful per se. I kept wondering because I know that one of the signs of pregnancy was that you will vomit, but it didn't come. And I was like, okay, this one is new. Okay, I was enjoying the whole thing except for one or two tiredness here and there. Second trimester, like when I was entering second trimester, because first trimester is like 13 weeks, right? When I was about entering second trimester, I felt sick. And I was diagnosed of malaria, of course. And then I was scared to take drugs. My husband was scared that I should take any drug. And we just did not want to take any drug because we didn't want to take chances of anything happening to the child, because in the first trimester anything can basically happen. We were scared. But my mom is a nurse, and after checking me and everything, she just like, it was even better for me to take drugs now than leave it, because if I did not take drug and the malaria just continues just being suppressed there, it will affect the child's growth. And that one even scared us even more. We ran and went to get malaria drug, and I started the malaria medicine. 2 days after I started taking my drugs, my belly button started pinning me. It sounded like a joke. It just started pinning me small, small, small. And in the morning, I mentioned it somehow to my husband, like, "Oh, my belly button is pinning me, oh, but it's not so much," and we just waved it aside. So I went to the bank to do something, and in the banking hall, this thing became intense. Like it started again, and then it just graduated and became really intense. I was holding my tummy. I didn't know when I started crying in the banking hall. People just started looking at me like, "What the hell is wrong with this woman?" And they gave me a chair. I sat down to try to calm myself. After a while, I felt like vomiting, right? So I managed to crawl to the toilet to vomit. And immediately after I finished vomiting, I gathered small strength. Then I dialed my husband's number, and I told him that I was having a little discomfort and the belly button had graduated, and he immediately ran to the bank to get me. And when he got me, he was just asking me random questions. What happened? What did you eat? And stuff like that. I told him that I only ate morning food though. There was nothing special. So he was like, maybe it's because of hunger. So he took me to a restaurant and we bought food, and I was trying to eat. And I couldn't just get anything in my mouth. He started forcing me that I must eat too. So I tried putting something in my mouth. I started trying to eat, even though it was the most stressful thing I had done since I became pregnant. And just when you would think that okay, I was making progress, I started feeling like vomiting again, and then I threw everything out. My husband was like, he didn't want to take any chance and everything. Let us just go to the hospital. Even me, I was scared. I didn't know what was happening. So went to the hospital, and immediately, because I was pregnant and everything, they immediately admitted me. started putting drip on me. Like it happened so fast. I didn't understand what was happening. But as at this time now, because of the second vomiting and everything, I was now okay. But I just feel like okay, it was normal procedure. So they started doing series of examination and everything, only for them to come out and say that I had umbilical hernia. What is umbilical hernia, for Christ's sakes? Is it life threatening? Is it, what is umbilical hernia? So they said it was not life threatening. It happens to people with protruded belly buttons, especially pregnant women, that the baby was beginning to grow and it was now putting some part of his body in that area, thereby causing, or sometimes too it will also push my intestine to that area. And when the intestine twists sort of, it will cause that discomfort. Then after a while, it will go back and become better. It was strange to me, Sha. We went home, and thankfully all through second trimester that did not happen again. And then we got to third trimester and it happened again. Like when I wanted to enter third trimester, that thing happened again. That's belly button pain. But this time around, my husband was telling me that let us go to the hospital. I just told him that let's just watch it first. And when I vomited, it subsided and it did not happen again. And I just felt like okay, it was going to happen later on, maybe later on in the pregnant, and nothing like that. And then I gave birth and I thought that okay, that was it, nothing like that. And when I gave birth, 3 months later nothing, 4 months later nothing, and then 6 months later, how my belly button will just stay and get strong on its own. It just gets strong. And that was even one of the reasons that made me think that I was pregnant. You know, there was a point where I told you guys that we had a pregnancy scare at 6 months. That was part of the reasons why I felt I was pregnant. When I started feeling that discomfort in my belly button, I just felt I was pregnant because that was one of the early signs of my pregnancy for my first child. Like my belly button started disturbing me seriously. So I just felt like that is my own sign of pregnancy. So I just started concluding that I was pregnant. And then 7 months, like the next month, period surprised me and came out. I was like, okay, what is this? And we had to go back to the hospital and we're told that it was the umbilical hernia that was basically causing the discomfort, and it was going to continue. And I had to basically live with it or surgically correct the problem. For now, basically, when I have those pains, they are becoming frequent, right? Almost every time these days, my belly button will just stay and start paining me for no reason. And the pain is not here, to be very honest. Sometimes like this, I'll be feeling like I am bloated. If you touch my belly button for any reason, God, I will scream. And that's where my son always goes to. He will come and using his hand to it's painful basically. So I would either have to live with it or surgically correct it. And for right now, basically my mom said that if it starts and I cannot bear the pain, I should either take paracetamol or ibuprofen. But she doesn't encourage ibuprofen because it is strong, and she doesn't want to overburden my liver or my kidney, because at the end of the day all those things goes to disturb your liver and your kidney when you are taking drugs that you're not supposed to be taking. So basically, what I am on is paracetamol, and I try as much as possible not to take it as often. Some days it pains me, and I just try to bear it. And this pain can last the whole day, and then it goes. And then the next day it starts again, and then it goes. And the next 3 days it nothing, and it just like that, sha. So any day the pain comes, I either bear it or take paracetamol and live with it. I don't think I'm ready to go through surgery right now because I'm still having children. Anything that has to do with surgery, I will not want to touch that part for now. Maybe later in my life, maybe when I'm done with having kids, I might consider going to correct the problem. But for right now, I'm living with it. So yeah, that is my umbilical hernia journey. I don't know if you guys learned anything with this video. If you did, I would love to know what you learned. Are you experiencing something like this? Do you have a similar condition? How are you handling that condition? Let's talk in the comments. I really love to know so that I can learn too and we can help each other, right? So thank you for sticking to this point. If you have seen this video to this very point, you are the true MVP. Thank you so much. And yeah, like, share, subscribe to the channel, become a family member already. It's all good vibe around here. Trust me on that one. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, see you next time. Bye.